Rheological-Grouped Descriptionism. Preliminary Manifesto Murrow. Preface. Poted Hassel is writing here. The wandering years should rightfully end. The twilight of literature has yet to arrive, and the efforts of all pioneers are not in vain. Guided by Gilles Deleuze and James Joyce, we glimpse new possibilities. All lives unite as one. In an era where everything possesses will, singular descriptions can no longer satisfy humanity's growing cultural and spiritual needs. Thus, this article announces the advent of Rheological-Grouped Descriptionism and elaborates on its principles, related thoughts, and its operational approach in writing. Through this piece, I hope these simple expressions can bring hope to you all. Special thanks to everyone who has been involved with me. Without you, I could not have reached this point. Due to personal limitations, and to avoid unnecessary distractions, please forgive the author for concealing their true name. This article serves as a preliminary exposition and teaching guide, and does not represent any official stance. The contents of this manifesto will be updated irregularly, welcoming free discussions and extensions by literature enthusiasts worldwide. May we all achieve a brilliant future under the radiance of literature. Number 1 Overview. Firstly, I will explain the basic definition of Rheological-Grouped Descriptionism and provide foundational descriptions of its expansion principles and related thoughts. Rheological-Grouped Descriptionism refers to a dynamic perspective that enriches descriptions of multiple subjects through techniques such as blending imagery, simultaneous statements, interchangeable adjectives, and varying sentence structures. Unlike stream of consciousness, which focuses solely on human consciousness, our emphasis extends to the willful nature of entities. It aims to overcome the limitations of singular descriptions, allowing for the creation of new, illogical descriptions that exist only within specific contexts, thus achieving dynamic artistic effects. It is important to note that the inherent chaos involved may lead to decentralization and abstraction. Hence, we strive to maintain narrative tendencies, respect individual equality, integrate multiple imagery features organically, and construct a unique semantic environment. Recognizing that all entities possess their own wills, in viewing the world as a whole, everything inevitably influences one another. While we may not comprehend things beyond cognition, we can attempt further fabrication and analysis based on fused imagery as another form of expression. Rheological-Grouped Descriptionism is an extension of collective deconstruction and an inclusion of subjective and objective will divergence. Differing from methods like simile and metaphor, each subject can achieve passive equivalence in such descriptions where interaction times are sufficiently extended under similar adjectival influences, allowing for new possibilities to emerge fluidly without disrupting comprehension or divergence. Compared to avant-garde literature, we emphasize multiplicity and polysemy, maintaining the demand for concise specificity in conventional descriptions. Additionally, we pursue the emergence of vivid, secondary descriptions that more precisely convey intended themes through unconventional means. For instance, in initial concepts, I experimented with using separators to indicate central inclinations of intent and alienate textual descriptions. I also attempted to add a declaration section at the beginning of paragraphs to highlight themes. Due to space constraints, these immature parts are left for future contemplation by readers. Subsequently, I will provide examples demonstrating specific applications of Rheological-Grouped Descriptionism in writing, gradually explaining the steps and methods for implementation to enhance understanding of the preceding definitions. Suppose we start with a basic description: I am drinking water. How can we create a sufficiently vivid secondary description under the guidance of Rheological-Grouped Descriptionism? Can we avoid words like drink and its variants in this description? The answer is affirmative, as detailed below. The first step involves breaking down the description into its basic components, typically stopping at the smallest lexical units: I am drinking water, totaling 3 parts. The second step involves conducting a secondary analysis of each image fragment that has been split and listing relevant characteristics as needed. In this sentence alone, I, as the subsequent carrier of water, possesses attributes such as having life, subjective impulses, and behavior and intentions that are selectively exclusive under certain controls. Drinking signifies the related action being carried out by the individual, with properties including quenching thirst, satisfying desires, and altering the location of the liquid. Water, as the participatory entity in drinking and the passive participant of I, embodies traits such as being colorless, tasteless, highly fluid, and tending towards freedom. Step 3 necessitates allowing these entities to exercise controlled concealment, amplification, supplementation, passivity, etc., based on these kinds of characteristics, and constructing a semantic environment integrated with multiple fused images through association. If existing vocabulary does not satisfy your requirements, you can create terminology and grammar according to this, but annotation must be included. In this example, we can amplify I into life, equate drinking with direct, equate water with ocean's projection, supplementing the entire sentence's motivation with satisfy desires, and concealing the subjective dynamism of I. Further, drawing on the association of life originating from the ocean, it constructs the semantic environment of water as my essence. Liberating water from constraints is to satisfy my desires. Step 4 adjusts the inclination of the main subject based on the semantic environment and equivalent words, thereby overwriting the basic sentence. Life originates from the ocean. The projection of desire flows within the mouth of a person. Step 5 optimizes and adjusts the original sentence simply, ensuring that the revised sentence retains the same central focus. Thus, it can be altered to read, life originates from the ocean, the projection of desire flows within me. In Step 6, for descriptions involving multiple equivalent words, emotions, and perspectives, techniques such as disrupting syntax, interchanging possessives, etc., can be used to enrich the content of the new sentence. The aforementioned represents the basic operational approach of transformative groupism in writing. Number 2, conclusion. Following this exposition, some may question its practicality and accuse it of disrupting conventional descriptions of natural beauty. Indeed, it is not suitable for conventional descriptions, yet it possesses its own charm. As an analogy, one might liken conventional descriptions to editable photographs and descriptions guided by transformative groupism to paintings on a canvas. When addressing the same theme, the latter evolves over time to possess a certain level of dynamic beauty, even though our perception may still be indirect and discontinuous. However, it more closely aligns with the laws of divergent cognitive consciousness. Human thought is not a straightforward line. We should rationally accept its potential for new changes. As for practical applications, several effective directions currently come to mind. Participation in simulation system operation, assisting in psychoanalysis, altering novel writing language, information encryption, etc. In fact, this is just the beginning, and our exploration of this is still in its nascent stages. Before embarking on this essay, I reviewed a wealth of materials and found that similar viewpoints have been put forth by many over the past few decades, yet no one has organized related methods, and what I have done is merely the most rudimentary declaration. I hope this serves as a starting point, and transformative groupism should not be confined to what is presented in this piece alone. I believe it will be further developed and move towards a completely new historical stage. By then, my name need not be there, and fame and fortune will only be a burden. Nonetheless, I'd like to add a personal note. I wish to express special thanks to a polymath with multiple personalities. Even though she has no interest in modern literature, her online companionship helped me recover from the loss of my father and muster the courage to discuss these topics today. I consider her position in my heart far surpasses that of partner or spouse. We are each other's unique confidants, and she is the most beloved star in my heart. If you happen to read these words, I hope you will be remembered by the world, and I wish you happiness and joy for the rest of your life. Due to time constraints, some questions may be answered irregularly. Thank you for your understanding. So let's conclude this synthesis with her blessings. May all that is in our hearts be the beautiful conclusion of the future.